Okay, so should I start now? If I am audible to you. So last class, what we had discussed: input impedance, transmission line equation, and input impedance of transmission line. Also alpha and beta in terms of frequency. Alpha and beta we had calculated in terms of frequency and RL, GNC, primary parameters, primary cost, RL, GNC of the transmission line. So today we will study waveform distortion. Suppose we are sending some signal on a transmission line. That signal has many frequency components. So in the receiver side or at the output side, so how will be the received signal? So because alpha is a function of frequency, so how alpha and frequency is related? Number one, how beta and frequency is related? How velocity and frequency is related? So how alpha, beta and velocity of the waveform will be related to the frequency when we will transmit the waveform on a transmission line, how it will reach to the output side, so how the received signal will be. So will it will look like same as the input signal, incident signal on the transmission line, or it will be having some distortion? And if it has, the received signal is distorted, why it is distorted? And how to eliminate this distortion, or you can say how to minimize the distortion if not eliminated completely. Okay, so how alpha and beta is related? You are seeing here alpha is. So I will write here alpha is a function of. So can you tell me what is alpha? Alpha in terms of yes. So alpha in terms of omega RL GNC. So what is the expression for alpha? Last class we had done. So what is expression for alpha and beta? Yes. What is the expression for alpha in terms of omega R L G and T? There was a alpha is a complicated function of frequency. It is a complex function of frequency. So what was the expression for alpha? Yes. How alpha and frequency is related? We had calculated alpha and beta from this equation. Gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta is equal to under root z into y is equal to under root r plus j omega l to j t plus j omega c. So from this equation we had calculated alpha and beta in terms of frequency and primary constant of the line. So what is alpha after solving this equation? Yes, Sai Varun, what is alpha in terms of frequency? So first we should know how alpha and beta are related, and then what problem it will cause. So see here, alpha and beta it is in front of you in terms of frequency you are seeing. So it is a complex function of frequency. So alpha is equal to under the radical Rg minus omega square Lc. Rg minus omega square Lc plus under root Rg minus omega square Lc whole square plus omega square Lg plus Pr whole square divided by 2. So alpha is basically equal to Rg minus omega square plus under the radical it is Rg minus omega square Lc whole square plus omega square Lg plus Pr divide by, is it correct? Again check it. Correct. So now this is alpha. And what is beta in terms of frequency? Yes, what is beta in terms of frequency? Omega square Lc minus Rg. Omega square Lc minus Rg. Plus under root, this is same, Rg minus omega square Lc whole square plus omega square, this is same. Divide by 2. So basically beta is equal to under root omega square Lc minus Rg plus under the radical Rg minus omega square Lc whole square plus omega square Lg plus Pr whole square divided by. So what will be velocity of the waveform which is propagating on the transmission line? Omega by beta. Beta is here, so omega by this completed. So this will be velocity of the wave, and this will be how the wave will be attenuated. H frequency. So one thing is clear here, that the waveform, like sound wave, it is having many different frequencies. So that means different frequency wave will be attenuated with different attenuation constant when it will propagate on the transmission line. So it is simple that the received signal will be distorted. Waveform will be distorted. That is known as, this is known as frequency distortion. This is known as frequency distortion. Distortion of different frequency components because of the different attenuation. So this is known as frequency distortion because of alpha is a function of frequency. What about beta? Beta is also a function of complicated function of frequency. So omega by beta. What will be omega by beta? So omega, you know, omega is 2 pi into f. Beta is here. So that means omega and beta are related to frequency but not in the same manner. Basically omega and beta, as you can see, this is also a complicated function of frequency. So the velocity of it will be also a complex function of frequency, omega by beta. So that means different frequency component will travel on the transmission line with different velocity of propagation. So some frequency component will reach faster at the output side and some will be delayed more. So for the some frequency component, so it will be delayed more. So it will reach slower. So basically there will be delay distortion. So it is known as delay distortion because the time will be different for different frequency component. How much time it takes to reach the output site, that will be different. So some signal will be delayed more. This is known as delay distortion. Or phase distortion. Because this is caused by phase constant beta, so phase distortion. Okay? Or delay distortion because it is caused by different velocity for the different frequency waveform. Okay? So delay distortion because of velocity or because of beta phase distortion. Is it clear to you? Phase distortion or delay distortion and frequency distortion? Yes. Is it clear to you? Or?
Yes, sir.
So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, so now the question is, okay, we are getting that we have distorted waveform definitely. So now the question is how to eliminate this problem of transmission line. So two-wire transmission line we are talking here. How to eliminate this problem of delay distortion or phase distortion and frequency distortion. So what is your suggestion? What we can do? How to minimize frequency distortion? Alpha is a function of frequency, you know, complex function. Velocity is also a complex function of frequency. So what should be done? Can we do something so that velocity is not a function of frequency? Can we do some mathematics? Can we make the transmission line as distortion-less transmission line? Can we make it a transmission line as distortion-less transmission line? Can we make it? In which there is no delay or phase distortion, neither the frequency distortion. Is it possible? If it is possible, then you suggest what is the remedy? So the equation is in front of you. Do some mathematics. Make alpha and velocity independent of frequency. What I am saying, alpha and velocity as the independent of frequency. Yes. What is your suggestion? Apply some brain. Tell some suggestion. What we can do here? Should I write velocity? Then you may get some idea. So V is equal to omega y beta, it is written here. Beta is also written. Then basically V will be equal to omega y, this complete expression for beta. Now you think what we can do so that velocity will be independent of frequency. What we can do? Yes. What we can do?
G value 0.
0? Where?
G value, sir.
G value. G value is not in our hand. It is not ideal transmission line that I will make G is equal to 0. G is the leakage or leakage conductance. It will be low, that is correct, but it will not be 0. And even if I make G is equal to 0, then what will happen? Okay, any other suggestion? Yes, any other suggestion by any student? How to eliminate the delay distortion and frequency distortion? First talk about delay distortion, velocity. So if this term under the second radical Rg minus omega square Lc whole square plus omega square Lg plus Cr whole square, if this term under the radical is equal to Rg plus omega square Lc whole, then what will happen? Then velocity will be independent of frequency. Then velocity will be independent of frequency. Did you get it? If Rg minus omega square Lc whole square plus omega square Lg plus Cr whole square, the term under the second radical, if it is equal to omega square Lc plus Rg whole square, then the delay distortion will be eliminated on the transmission line.
That means LG is equals to CR only, right?
That means
LG must be equal to CR.
okay, that means already you solved it. What you got? Lg is equal to
CR.
you are correct, because Lyc will be yes, you are correct. This is the condition for distortionless line, but the question is you have how you got it. So you basically solved it. Omega square Lc minus Rg plus Rg whole square is equal to Rg minus, okay, good. Okay, so now you got the idea how we can make the transmission line without delay distortion by doing some mathematical manipulation. And what about the frequency distortion? Okay, so velocity is independent of frequency, no problem. If we have this condition, velocity is independent of frequency, there is no delay distortion. All the individual signals with different frequency, they will reach at the output site at the same time. There is no phase or delay distortion. Okay, but how to eliminate the frequency distortion? Because what we have done, that is for minimizing, eliminating delay distortion. What about the frequency distortion? How we can make alpha independent of frequency? Yes, any suggestion? Yes, any suggestion? How we can make alpha independent of frequency? So now the velocity is independent of frequency. It is not a function of frequency. How to make alpha independent of frequency to eliminate the frequency distortion?
So same condition again.
Yes, same condition again. Basically, this Lg is equal to CR that you told me. Lg is equal to C into R, or Lyc is equal to Ryg. The same condition will give you alpha independent of frequency. So frequency distortion is also eliminated. You put Lg is equal to CR. In alpha expression for alpha, you put Lg is equal to CR, and what you are getting? What you are getting?
Root RG. Alpha equals to root RG.
Yes. Alpha is equal to under root Rg. Alpha is equal to under root Rg. Correct. It is not a function of frequency, you can see. Alpha is equal to under root Rg. And what about beta? Also tell what is beta. What is beta and what is velocity? So beta will be equal to omega root Lc. Beta is omega root Lc. Alpha is equal to root Rg. And what will be velocity?
1 by root LC.
1 by root Lc. 1 by root L into C. So see here, velocity is not a function of frequency. It is independent of frequency. It is depending only on L and C. Similarly, alpha is dependent on R and G, primary constants of the transmission line. They are not the function of frequency. So just by doing some simplification, we got this. Lyc is equal to Ryg. Now the question is, so is it really easy to make a transmission line, to design a transmission line? To make a transmission line which satisfies this condition of distortion-less line. This is the condition for distortion-less transmission line. Remember it. So many times in GATE they have asked Lyc is equal to Ryg. 4 option will be given, confusing option. Okay. So the question is it really easy to design this type of transmission line with Lyc is equal to Ryg? Yes. What is your suggestion? See, G is basically weakened. It is very small. So Ryg ratio will be more. So inductance should be also more. Inductance, the value of inductance for the transmission line should be large to get this condition satisfied. Lyc is equal to Ryg. Did you get it or not? So the question is how to make the inductance large, how to design that kind of transmission line. Now, if we reduce, or you can suggest, okay, G is small, so we can do one thing. To reduce Ryg, we can reduce R. How to reduce R? R is equal to, basically the formula is 0L by A. So cross-sectional area of the conductor, the two conductors, cross-sectional area should be more, then resistance will be less. So large conductor you need basically, cost will be more. So there should be a compromise. There should be a compromise to design a distortion-less transmission line. Compromise among the primary constant L, C, R and G. Okay. Okay, good. So basically, using this condition, we have achieved a distortion-less transmission line. Alpha is a function of frequency. So having this kind of expression, okay, using equalizer, we can also minimize the frequency distortion, because the equalizer will be having the transfer function just the inverse of this type of function for alpha, just the inverse of this function. So it will equalize. So the attenuation will be nearly uniform using the equalizer. Okay. So using the equalizer, you can minimize the frequency distortion. Okay, and using coaxial cable, you can minimize the delay distortion. So what is the value of L, C, R and G for coaxial cable? Because you need LYC is equal to RYG, sequence will be a small. So what is the resistance for the coaxial cable? So coaxial cable will help you to minimize the delay distortion. And the condition for distortionless line you have here. Okay. Okay, so next we have alpha and beta we have done. So using coaxial cable and equalizers, you can minimize frequency distortion and delay distortion. So for the coaxial cable, the inductance at high frequency it is less. The high frequency inductance. Resistance is also a small. So R by G. Resistance is also a small. L is also a small. So that means basically that condition LYC is equal to RYG will be maximally it will be satisfied. That is the point. So because of the large conductor in the coaxial cable, resistance will be a small. Capacitance and leakage are also a small because spacer air dielectric spacer. So this thing we have done already, the distortionless line, the condition for distortionless line, all these things we have done. After equating this, you got LG is equal to C into R, this condition. So alpha is equal to root RG, V is equal to 1 upon root LC. This thing we have done. Okay. So next we have this the telephone cable. What is the problem on the telephone cable line? And how to solve that problem? Okay, so in the ordinary telephone cable, we have R, G, L and C primary constant. So what is the value of primary constant? Twisted wires we are using with paper as the insulator. So that means this type of construction, so basically the inductance will be less and conductance because of the paper dielectric that will be also less. So L and leakage conductance G, it is less. So for this audio range of frequency up to 20 kilohertz, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, or voice signal 3 kilohertz. Okay. So Z is equal to R plus J omega L, you know, Y is equal to G plus J omega C. So Z is equal to R plus J omega L. So for this ordinary telephone cable, so we can ignore because of this less value of inductance L. Because frequency is also not very high, audio range of frequency. So Z is equal to R plus J omega L, which is nearly equal to R. And shunt admittance per unit length of the transmission line, Y is equal to G plus J omega C. Okay, there was some electricity problem. Okay, now am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because there was current cut. Okay, so Z is equal to R plus J omega L. For the audio range of frequency, because of the less value of inductance in the twisted wire for the telephone cable, so Z will be nearly equal to R. The series impedance and the shunt admittance per unit line length, that will be equal to G plus J omega C, so will be nearly equal to J omega C. G, the value of leakage is very less because of the paper insulator. So basically, what will be the propagation constant? Under root Z into Y, under root J omega RC, under root J omega RC. So propagation constant is equal to alpha plus J beta is equal to under root J omega RC. What will be alpha and beta? What will be alpha and beta? For the telephone cable, for the ordinary telephone cable, so gamma is equal to Y into Z is equal to J omega RC is equal to alpha plus J beta. So what will be alpha and beta? For the telephone cable? Twisted wire cable. What will be alpha and beta? For the twisted wire cable, telephone cable with paper dielectric, what will be alpha and beta? So under root J omega RC. So basically root omega RC under root iota. Under root iota. So what is under root iota?
One plus iota by root.
1 plus iota by root 2. So 1 plus iota by root 2. So omega RC by 2 into 1 plus iota. So what will be alpha?
Root omega RC by 2.
Root omega RC by 2. What will be beta?
Same root omega RC by 2.
Omega RC by 2. What will be velocity? Omega y beta. So omega y root. So root 2 will be here and root omega RC. So basically it will be root 2 omega y RC. So velocity will be equal to under root 2 omega y RC. This is velocity here and here we have alpha. So because of alpha we have frequency distortion. Frequency distortion, because of velocity we have delay distortion. Frequency and delay distortion. So you can see which kind of function they are for the telephone cable. Twisted wire with paper insulator. So alpha is equal to root omega RC by 2 for the audio range of frequency, and because telephone cable, so and V is equal to root 2 omega upon RC. So one thing is clear, there is a significant frequency and delay distortion on the telephone cable. Significant frequency and delay distortion on ordinary telephone cable. So what we can do to eliminate this problem or to minimize this problem? What is your suggestion? Now alpha is in front of you, beta is also in front of you. Oh, this velocity is equal to root 2 omega upon RC. Alpha is root omega RC by 2. For the general case, to make the distortion-less transmission line, you know the condition. That is LYC is equal to RYG. LG is equal to RC. LG is equal to RC or LYC is equal to RY. So G is very less here for telephone cable.
RC will be 0.
So RC will be, so G is very less because we have neglected G, and inductance is also less. So when the G will be less, so this value will be more, so inductance should be more. That you can see here, because G is very less, this value will be very high. So inductance should be high. But here R plus j omega L also we have neglected for the audio range of frequency. But for achieving the distortion less condition, we need to increase the value of inductance. We need to increase the value of inductance. So then what we can do for increasing the value of inductance? So that this distortion less condition is satisfied. How to increase L? Now that is the question. We have 2-3 methods. One is known as the lumped loading. Other is distributed loading. So lumped inductor you can place in some interval periodically. That is known as loading of the transmission line. You are loading. These are lumped inductor. You are loading with series loading with the lumped inductor. Because if two inductors are connected in series, so L equivalent will be equal to L equivalent is L1 plus L2. And other is distributed loading. So distributed loading, because lumped loading of inductor is not possible for the submarine application or underwater application. Underwater application. So there you can use this perm alloy, a steel tape of high permeability. So that can be done. So that is known as distributed loading. At uniform interval that can be done. So for the telephone cable, we were discussing here, inductance loading of telephone cable. Okay. So initially we identified what was the problem and then the solution. So heavy side suggested the inductance be increased, LYC, okay, and Putin developed how it can be increased. So these things you can study the problem. So lumped loading of inductors, I told you, loading of the transmission line. Also we have distributed type of loading. So high permeability steel tape such as perm alloy. This you can use. So now if we do this loading of the transmission line for increasing the value of inductance so that the distortion-less condition is achieved to minimize the delay distortion and frequency distortion for the telephone cable, inductance loading we are doing. Okay, so basically what will be then Z and Y? Yes. So what will be Z and Y then? Z is equal to R plus J omega L. Since we have done loading of the inductance loading of the telephone cable, so now Z is equal to R plus J omega into L. We have to increase the value of inductance. What about the shunt admittance?
J omega.
Line length, that is J omega C. Good. Because of the paper insulation, G was very less, so that will be J omega C. And since this condition Lyc is equal to Ryg here, so G was very less, so we need to load the transmission line telephone cable. So with inductance, so basically Z is equal to R plus J omega L and Y is equal to J omega C. After the inductance loading of telephone cable, okay. So and Y is equal to J omega C. Now your job is to calculate alpha and beta. You tell me after doing some calculation, because gamma is equal to root Z into Y. So and this is also equal to alpha plus J beta. So it will be basically R plus J omega L into J omega C. Yes, calculate alpha and beta. Hello? I will come after the class. So what is alpha and beta? Idiot fellow, what is alpha and beta?
Omega square.
Why didn't you calculate? Yes, too fast. On whiteboard, why I am writing when you will not do anything? For me also it will be easy. If I am doing on whiteboard, then you also cooperate. Solve it and you tell what is alpha and beta after the inductance loading of the telephone cable. So what is attenuation constant and age constant? Real and imaginary part of propagation constant, gamma.
Sir, alpha is omega root LC into sine half tan inverse R by omega.
Alpha is equal to omega root LC and then
Sine
sine
half tan inverse R by omega.
half tan inverse R by omega. You are doing some mistake, I think. check it. There is some mistake. And beta?
Beta is omega root LC cos of half tan inverse R by
Omega root LC. Good. Omega root LC. Cos of
half tan inverse R by omega.
tan inverse R by
Omega.
omega L.
Yes, sir.
Okay, omega L, nah, then you take omega L. I was thinking only omega. Okay. Okay, so this is what you are getting. Sin theta cos theta. So now the question is, what is R by omega L? After the inductance loading of the telephone cable, so what is R by omega L?
It should be tending
So
because L is very large.
what we have told is correct, I think. Omega root LC we can check here. This is correct. Alpha is equal to omega root LC and sin and cos you told, yes. Cos theta, sin theta. So cos theta is equal to Ry to omega L. Theta is equal to this thing. So cos theta will be okay. And for a small angle, sin theta is equal to theta. Tan theta is also equal to theta. When theta is small, so sin theta is equal to theta. Tan theta is equal to theta. Those things you know. And cos theta is equal to 1. That also you know. Cos theta is equal to 1. So cos theta is equal to 1 when theta is small. This PDF I will share with you. You can study patch loading, continuous loading, lump loading. Okay, so sin theta is equal to tan theta is equal to theta and cos theta is equal to R upon 2 omega L. If theta for a small angle. Okay. So basically the question is what will be alpha and beta. So gamma will be equal to, this is what you had told, omega root LC, correct? Cos theta plus j sin theta. Good. So cos theta is equal to here and sin theta will be sin pi by 2. So basically cos of this will be equal to 1. Cos of this will be equal to, cos of very small angle is basically what? Cos of 0 degree is 1. So it will be 1. So plus j into here 1. So omega root LC into R plus 2L omega plus j. Here, okay, so cos theta is done here and also sin theta. So basically this gamma is what you are getting. Gamma is independent of frequency by doing the impedance, inductance loading of the telephone cable. Inductance loading of the telephone cable, we made alpha as the independent of frequency and beta. Beta is equal to omega root L. So velocity, beta is equal to omega into root LC. So velocity will be independent of frequency. So what will be basically alpha and beta after the inductance loading? R by 2 root CYL. R by 2 root CYL and beta will be omega root L. So alpha will be equal to R by 2 root CYL and beta is equal to omega root LC. So velocity will be equal to 1 upon 2. So after doing the inductance loading of the telephone cable for achieving the distortionless line, alpha is independent of frequency Ry2 root Pyl. And beta is equal to omega root LC, or velocity basically, alpha and velocity we are focusing. So delay distortion caused by velocity, different velocity. So is equal to 1 by root LC independent of frequency. So the idea is basically this is the remedy for eliminating the frequency distortion and delay distortion on the telephone cable. Inductance loading is the remedy. So today I will share the video recording and all these materials with you. So one more class I will take to complete unit 1 day after tomorrow, and then we will start radio frequency line, phase and group velocity. Okay. Loading of lines we have seen. So if you have any other questions, you can ask me. Today again we didn't start recording, you didn't remind me. Okay, no problem. If you have any question, you can ask me.
Thank you, sir.